Çünkü daha önceden tanıdığımız dostlardan biri gelecek. Kendisi Filinta gibi bir delikanlı. Dağ gibi adam. Vallahi. İsmi de biraz rock yıldızı gibi ama zaten şimdi görüşürüz, havasından geçilmiyor. Neyse ki Türkçe bilmiyor. Önde oturuyor çünkü. James Halliday ve Niels van der Linden son sunum için huzurlarınızda. James gel abi. iPad ile geldi.
Okay, we're here to talk about the App Lab. To explain what it is, apps are very small software applications that perform certain functions to allow you to get stuff done quickly and easily. And the lab is the space where people can come together and play around with these applications. The reason why we do this is because we want to get a community of people together, designers and developers, to develop applications for good, applications that have a positive effect on the world and make a change happen, and give access to information in many ways. The problem is that there's a lot of information out there now which is available for certain people, for other people it's not available. So we want to develop these applications that make that information accessible for different groups. One of the things we want to do is create together with developers and designers, develop applications that are useful for end users and also use the technology both on the web and on mobile to support the mission of organizations, commercial organizations or NGOs or any type of group. We also want to educate stakeholders on how to use applications for good, how to use the power of applications on mobile and on the web. And we want to do that together with groups, with stakeholders, with corporations, with universities, with designers and artists and such. And we want to bring knowledge which is already out there, applications which are already developed. We want to bring them, in this case, to Turkey, to Istanbul, and we want to localize this, and we want to make sure that these applications are able to perform for the local market. Our story starts with a woman from America who moved to Kars, which is in the east of Turkey, and she met beekeepers there, and she got inspired by them because she knows beekeepers from Colorado, where she's from, and so she wants to tell a story about these beekeepers. And the way she did that is to start a blog and express her experience and share the great things happening in Kars. But she wants to do more. She wants to have a bigger impact. So what we want to do inside the App Lab is create an application that allows these products, these jars of honey that come from these beekeepers in Kars, to tell the story. So we want to create an application that tells that story through the mobile phone and through the label on the jar.
Okay, I'm James. This is an example from Europe. It's called Apps for Good, and the CDI at the bottom is something called the Center for Digital Inclusion. And so, as Niels was saying, the values of creation, education, and collaboration coming together in a local way here in Istanbul, and just wanted tell you a little bit about just the connectivity that is capable from these applications. And so Apps for Good right now has a partnership with Facebook, and with these two partners here in Turkey, we are looking to develop our own course. And so come this December, we'll be working with Apps for Good to give our own 2-month training course for app development. And moving on. So this right here is basically, if anyone can guess, this is the measurement on a Richter scale, and this is the moment of crisis that hit Turkey, Van, recently. And so this just basically shows that crisis and change can happen anytime. And so another example of an application being deployed here in Turkey was released by Google, the collaboration between Google, Red Crescent, and the crowd, you, people here in Turkey, in the local area, in Van. And this is basically a people finder to see, where people are located. And that's just one example of things happening here. The Green Foundation also has its own app lab, and this is another exciting example that we are going to be bringing to Turkey as well. And just to give a sense of what they do, this is basically innovation in the provision of information and communication technology to rural people, the unconnected, the poor, and basically, their key figure is someone called a community knowledge worker, and a community knowledge worker basically is someone who captures all the kind of values we talked about. This is another organization, Ushahidi, which is Swahili for witness or testimony, and Ushahidi is most known now for its basically crowdsourcing of information in relief zones, and now has a new product called the Crowd Map. So all these examples basically show that there's this combination between the making of the software and the response, the gathering information, the collecting information, and collective information, and how it can be deployed, and how important basically design is into communicating the need and creating the change. And so our app lab is going to be the home for that here in Istanbul. Thanks.
Thank you, gentlemen. Sevgili misafirlerimiz, az önce söylediğim gibi bu son sunumumuzdu. Geldiğiniz için hepinize teşekkürler. Son bir nokta olarak bu gördükleriniz buzdağının görünen kısmı. Görünmeyen kısmında keşfedilecek çok şey var. Burada size Pecha Kucha formatında olabildiğince özet olarak bakış açılarını, sanatlarını yansıtmaya çalıştı sanatçılarımız. Fakat dediğim gibi that's the tip of the iceberg. Gidin, Amber Festivali'ne mutlaka katılmanızı tavsiye ediyorum. Ben de gideceğim ve bütün bu eserleri, bütün bu araştırmaları, bütün bu 6. hissi, bu bakış açısını birinci elden görme şansına erişeceksiniz. Pecha Kucha pazar günü Erivan'da olacak. Orada bir organizasyonumuz var. Onun ardından İstanbul'daki ilk Pecha Kucha'mız Şubat ayında gerçekleşecek. Yine Yem'de olacağız. Buralarda olursanız, havalarda çok soğuk olmazsa, kar yağmazsa, kış gelmezse hepinizi bekliyoruz. Ayağınıza sağlık, gözlerinize, kulaklarınıza sağlık. Çok teşekkürler. Esen kalın. Hoşça kalın.